What if one of the greatest secrets of spirituality and consciousness were hidden within a small structure of our brain, often ignored? The pineal gland, mysterious and enigmatic, has been cited throughout history as a portal to the divine, a link between the physical and spiritual worlds. Ancient civilizations, esoteric traditions, and even biblical texts seem to indicate that this small organ plays a fundamental role in perceiving reality beyond what our physical eyes can capture. But what do we really know about it? In the Bible, there is an intriguing passage in the book of Genesis 32:30, where Jacob, after a transformative encounter, calls the place Peniel, declaring that he saw God face to face. This phonetic similarity to the word pineal has sparked the curiosity of many researchers and spiritualists. Could it be a mere coincidence or a hidden clue left in the sacred text? Beyond the Bible, we find symbols related to the pineal gland in various cultures. In ancient Egypt, the eye of Horus, often associated with intuition and clairvoyance, bears a striking resemblance to a cross-section of the brain, precisely in the region where the pineal is located. In Hinduism, Shiva's third eye represents the awakening of higher consciousness, a concept that echoes in the symbolism of the pineal as the center of spiritual perception. But what is the science behind this mystery? The pineal gland is responsible for producing melatonin, regulating our sleep cycle, and influencing our mood. However, studies suggest that it may also produce other substances that profoundly affect our perception of reality. Some spiritual traditions claim that practices like meditation and conscious breathing can stimulate this gland, allowing for expanded consciousness experiences. What if this small structure were really the key to accessing higher states of perception? Did the ancients already know something that we are only beginning to understand? What was once treated as myth or metaphor is now beginning to gain support in science. The pineal gland reacts to light, almost like an inner eye, and can influence the way we interpret the world around us. When activated, it may provide us with a new perspective on existence, helping us realize that reality may be much more than what we capture with our common senses. Perhaps this is the moment to reclaim this ancient knowledge and explore it consciously. The awakening of the pineal may not just be a mystical concept, but a real path to inner transformation. The question remains, are you prepared to see beyond what your physical eyes allow? The idea that Solomon's temple was built in complete silence resonates deeply when we think about the formation of our own inner temple, the human brain. In the mother's womb, this incredible organ develops in absolute silence, shaped by a higher intelligence. Could this symbolic description be a clue left in ancient texts about the true dwelling place of the divine? An intriguing detail of Solomon's temple was the middle chamber, accessible by a spiral staircase. This structure finds an impressive parallel in brain anatomy, precisely in the region where the pineal gland and the fornix are located. Esoteric traditions maintain that the human body is a microcosm of the universe, reflecting the sacred patterns of creation. In Hinduism, the Kundalini energy rises up the spine like an awakened serpent, an analogous journey to ascending the temple's staircase. In ancient Egypt, the eye of Horus, often associated with the pineal gland, symbolized perception and wisdom. But why must the temple be silent? The silence described in sacred texts transcends mere absence of sound. It represents an internal stillness necessary to access higher dimensions of consciousness. Meditation, practiced in various spiritual traditions, leads to the inner temple, where mental noise dissolves and inner light manifests. Modern studies reveal that, in this state of silence, the right hemisphere of the brain, linked to intuition and holistic perception, becomes more active, while the left hemisphere, focused on logic and linear thinking, slows down. This balance allows harmony between the physical and the spiritual, activating the function of the temple as it was designed, a place of encounter with the divine. The idea of a staircase connecting dimensions also appears in Jacob's vision, described in Genesis 28:12. He dreams of a staircase linking heaven and earth, with angels ascending and descending. This image can be interpreted as the ascension of consciousness through the chakras, culminating in the activation of the pineal gland, the point where divine vision is revealed. The human brain is often compared to a supercomputer, but it is much more than that. Unlike machines, it has the ability to access higher dimensions, connecting to the transcendental mystery. However, just like any temple, our mind and body need care. Stress, lack of sleep, and constant distraction are like dust that obscures the sacred altars. To restore this connection, we need practices that revitalize the inner temple: meditation, introspection, and a balanced lifestyle. Imagine for a moment, what if you started to see your body and mind as a sacred temple, worthy of respect and reverence? How would your life change if each thought and every action were offered as a prayer to the divine within you? Perhaps the key to this transformation lies in silence, where the deepest truth is revealed. Since ancient times, cherubim have been described as guardians of the sacred celestial beings who protect the mysteries of the universe. But what if these guardians were not just mythological figures, but a representation of something within us? Studies suggest that cherubim may symbolize fundamental aspects of the human brain, particularly the fornix and pineal gland. In 2 Kings 19:15, King Hezekiah prays to the Lord who dwells between the cherubim. Spiritual researchers interpret this divine dwelling as the very center of the brain, where the fornix and pineal gland meet. In this context, the celestial throne is the connection between the brain hemispheres, with the cherubim representing the energetic forces that operate there. Science and spirituality, often seen as opposites, seem to converge to reveal the same secret. The true temple, where the divine dwells, is not outside of us, but within. The spiritual journey is not an external search, but an inner journey, a silent ascent to the deepest altar of our consciousness. The big question is, are you ready to enter this temple and discover the divinity that has always been inside of you? In fact, science and spirituality can be two sides of the same coin, meeting to reveal the greatest mysteries of the universe in our mind. And nothing reflects this connection better than the pineal gland, the point where body, mind, and cosmos meet. Nowadays, science no longer turns its back on phenomena that were once seen only as mysticism. Neuroscience research shows that our brain is an impressive electrical machine, full of complex circuits that control everything from our emotions to the way we perceive reality. Within this fascinating system, the pineal gland stands out as something more than a mere biological organ. It functions as a kind of spiritual hub, linking the physical to the transcendent. One of the most intriguing aspects of this connection is the role of the pineal gland in regulating circadian rhythms. These biological cycles influence our sleep, mood, and overall health through the production of melatonin, a hormone synthesized by the pineal. However, there's something deeper. In addition to regulating sleep, melatonin is closely linked to deep meditation states, promoting mental clarity and even cellular regeneration. During moments of darkness or meditation, its production increases, creating a chemical bridge between the physical and the spiritual. And then, the mystery of DMT emerges, known as the spirit molecule. This substance is associated with near-death experiences, spiritual visions, and states of enlightenment. While science is still investigating the exact mechanisms of its production in the human brain, its transformative properties are already widely recognized. It's not hard to imagine that the ancients, when describing concepts like divine light or heavenly manna, were somehow alluding to this mysterious substance. The intersection of science and spirituality goes even further when we consider the relationship between meditation and quantum physics. During meditation, the brain enters frequencies that echo quantum vibrations, reinforcing the idea that everything in the universe is energy, an energy that can be manipulated by the mind. Here, the pineal gland becomes the protagonist, functioning as a receiver and transmitter of these cosmic frequencies. Ancient civilizations, such as the Egyptians and the Mayans, seem to intuitively understand this connection. They base their spirituality on observing the skies, seeing the human body as a reflection of the cosmos. For these cultures, the pineal gland was considered a receptor of these celestial energies. Modern science seems to confirm this view. The pineal contains apatite crystals, which are sensitive to electromagnetic fields. This suggests that we are literally connected to the universe in a continuous exchange of energy. Biblical texts also offer clues about this connection. In Matthew, the rolling of the stone during Jesus' resurrection can be seen as a symbol of unlocking the pineal, an act that allows spiritual enlightenment. In the Old Testament, References to the face of God often indicate an inner encounter, a divine experience that occurs at the center of ourselves. It's as if the ancients already knew that the spiritual journey begins within. These discoveries have practical implications for our lives. Science shows that practices such as meditation, conscious breathing, and cultivating mental silence can literally transform our biology. By activating the pineal gland and harmonizing our body and mind, we can access higher states of consciousness, as well as improve our overall well-being. These practices are not merely spiritual. They are powerful tools to unlock our human potential. Now imagine a world where science and spirituality walk hand in hand, helping us unravel mysteries that once seemed unreachable. How would our lives change if we saw the pineal not just as an organ, but as a bridge between worlds? And what if we understood that the connection with the cosmos is not in a distant place, but within ourselves? In the end, true awakening is not a choice between science and religion. It's recognizing that both speak about the same essential truth, each in its own language. Perhaps the most important question is, are you willing to cross this bridge, to explore the infinite potential that already exists within you? This journey doesn't require external steps, but a look inward. We are living temples designed for extraordinary experiences. What science is now beginning to confirm, the ancients already knew. There is a constant interaction between the body, the mind, and the cosmos. By recognizing this, we can see ourselves as part of something much greater, a universal harmony that has always been waiting to be discovered. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you. It's not every day that we stop to explore the mysteries that live within ourselves, is it? I hope this journey about the pineal gland has illuminated new perspectives for you, just as it brought me many reflections when I first delved into this topic. You know, once, while admiring the starry sky on a peaceful night, I felt an inexplicable connection between the vast universe out there and something deeply intimate within me. It was as if, for a moment, the line between the cosmos and my own being disappeared. This experience made me realize that what seems to be out there is actually a reflection of what we carry within ourselves. And it was this feeling that brought me to this fascinating topic about the all-seeing eye. Now let's make a deal. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like. It's like that little coffee that gives energy to keep creating materials like this. And of course, don't forget to comment on what impacted you the most, even if it's just to say, wow. Who knows? Maybe we'll exchange some ideas in the comments. And if you're not subscribed yet, let's change that right now, shall we? Pressing that subscribe button is almost like activating the pineal digitally, or at least it helps me keep this channel alive.